wonder when the pit window opens, because this can result the end of the race for a few drivers, as they have to continue lapping with a huge amount of damage until the pit window opens. Oh, Matt Strobel under pressure. And he's had a poor exit.
Lost the lead. Nico Sky in the Mercedes takes the lead. I'm being told we might be having audio issues.
Oh dear.
I don't know if they can actually hear us. Just bear with me a second.
It's all fixed now, guys.
Oh,
Perfect,
brilliant.
thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
Well, Eddie, do you want to reintroduce us all to Brands Hatch, the grassiest track in the world?
Well, Ansatch. It's my local track, actually, I suppose you could say.
Marco Badowski going around the outside of Matt Strobel, and he's got the inside line.
Yeah, brilliant move there.
Yeah, brilliant move indeed. Anyway, Eddie, as you're saying, your home track.
Yeah, I think it was the first track I ever went to, and it is a stonker of a track. Not necessarily for racing, but it's very much a driver's track, I would say.
Yes, indeed. You say it's not that great for racing, but it always induces mistakes. I think it always throws up more chaos than you would think it would.
Yeah. So Marco Badowski's already up to P2. I'm not quite sure how he's done that, but
11 positions gained within 4 laps. Rather impressive.
yeah.
And he's going to be hunting down Sky.
He has definitely got the pace.
Yes, I'd like to see what kind of pace Olivier Curtin has with the damage he's got, because the Porsche can be a finicky one with damage, sadly.
Well, it looks like he's right in the thick of it there. Last lap 27.7, so not really that easy to judge what's going on there, but
you would think that the Porsche is a good car around this track, and it usually is. However, for me, the Porsche doesn't perform great on high fuel, and it's not until the fuel really comes out of the car where the car starts coming alive.
Yeah, well, we spoke about this last week with the fuel tank being at the front.
Well, it's in the wrong place, of course. Not sure if you've said that before.
Yeah, I mean, that you do have to accept some compromises when you have the engine right over the back of the car, and that is one of them. Looks like he's got Carolia right behind him as well in that McLaren sandwich.
Is it a McLaren sandwich or is it a Porsche sandwich, Eddie?
That's a good point.
Because you don't call a ham sandwich a bread sandwich.
Yes, okay. You got me there. RWB Tyrion there in the Honda. Very eye-catching livery.
It certainly is. Very neon 80s. I like it. We have... Sorry to interrupt there. We have driven the Honda here, Eddie, haven't we?
Yes.
And
certainly have.
What were your impressions?
I was not a fan.
I too was not a fan.
Having said that, I think that was before the big update, wasn't it? As we see Schaefer here in the Bentley. He's up the inside of Sjöblom.
It's a good line to have here.
And he's made the move.
Can he hold it into Druids? Yep. However, although the Honda was unpleasant to drive, it has excellent pace and high fuel. And
it does, yeah.
That seems to be the case across many tracks for the Honda. Where it lacks in ultimate one-lap pace, it makes up for in race pace.
Yeah. Looking around the outside of Mardal there. Not going to happen that time, but he's definitely looking for a way past.
A Honda with good power down the back straight.
Yeah.
But you really need to nail the exit to really make an overtake here.
Yeah, you need to be a lot quicker to get the move done.
But he is right up his chuff, as the camera shows us some trees. Excellent pan from the camera there.
Getting a little bit defensive there, it looks like, Mad Al.
I would have said
Also
overly
right behind
defensive.
Sjöblom.
It's getting very zesty between these 4, 5, now 6.
Yeah, it looks as though Sjöblom is backing out the field a little bit here. These quicker drivers have just got to not be too hasty. Whoa, that's a very aggressive move.
Late dive, and he's actually done
He's
very
pulled it off.
well.
All credit to him.
Now, how does RWB Tyrion go around this?
Well,
Does he
you
have
could
to
be
be
thinking that-
aggressive?
You could be thinking that Sjöblom's been put off his rhythm there a little bit and he needs to strike quickly, but he doesn't look that close at the moment.
Speaking of rhythm, Brands is very much a rhythm track.
Yeah, and speaking of not being that close, he's alongside.
And he's the
He's
inside line, and he's ahead.
Yeah, down to 6th now for Sjöblom.
Alright, well, I have full faith in Sjöblom. I'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive in the defense.
Yeah. They're streaming past him a little bit here, but he's just got to keep it calm.
You just gotta focus on what's ahead of you, really.
Oh,
And as a contact.
that was an incident.
Well, certainly was an incident.
That's Bashi Corollia facing the wrong way. Have a quick look at that, shall we?
The McLaren behind gets a great run.
Yeah, looked as though Damien was involved as well. Yeah, sticks out the inside.
Tough
Not
one.
sure that was ever going to come off, but
I have to feel for Damien because that is the kind of rash move that I would make. I feel like as once you're alongside in the braking zone, I feel like you're probably more entitled than you actually are to having some space. But there was what I would call a desperate lunge, as Marco Badowski is in the lead of the race.
yeah, he's kind of in a league of his own. It looks like.
Somebody pop this man.
Currently,
We could make this
Around
man start
5
from the
second
back of
gap.
the grid, Eddie. Oh no, wait.
Still come through to win it. So Miko Sky there in the Merc, sitting in P2. Schaefer looking to close the gap, I would think. Although that Bentley is not the paciest of cars.
Have you not got good things to say about the Bentley, Eddie?
Well, you could say that. Not good in the rain. I'll say that.
Once a very good car, I think it's just been really let down by some unfortunate pop choices. It's been really left behind, which is quite sad to see.
Could do with about 100 kilos being taken out of it. It feels like it's on tracks, but
I would say at least, yes. That's Tyrion.
Tyrion inside, not quite alongside enough. And he's got Corollia right behind him, looking to fight his way back after that early contact.
Oh, Madow's doing a
Very
good job.
wide from Mado.
I've just commentated, cursed
Just
him,
jinxed
haven't
him
I?
there. Yeah. He's held it together though.
He's sticking nose up the inside here.
Oh, that's a ballsy one. Oh,
Yes.
he's gone wide again though.
And the whole point of that move isn't exactly to make the overtake, it's to put the driver off, I'd say. And he's done exactly that.
Yeah.
He's just placing his
Left
car
and right.
in his mirrors.
They're still holding on though. He's not giving it up yet. Meanwhile, Gretschel on the Aston, he's also fighting his way back after having been nose on into the barrier through no fault of his own.
No, and Gretschel is lapping 1.5 seconds a lot quicker than Matt Schaublum ahead.
Yeah. He's looking pretty racy.
Gretschel with some good pace. Third best pace in the field so far. So Marko Badowski is really running away with it. Best lap 1:25.6.
Yeah, it looks as though Schaefer's catching up to Sky as well. Last lap from Schaefer was a 26.0.
Yes, very, very strong pace. The only man who can stop Badowski today.
What's a slow exit? So 1.2 seconds on in that lap. A bit of a mistake it looks like there from Nico Sky.
Bentley showing great pace, but I've got to say, really not a fan of the livery. It's very British, I've got to say.
Yeah, it is. It's a
but it
Regal
looks like
livery.
it looks like it's straight from the 70s.
Bit of a swapper there in the compression.
Yes, I believe Carolli has managed to get past Madal.
He certainly has. He's also dropped behind Tyrion. Tyrion, though, still under pressure from Corollia, so he hasn't managed to shake him after getting past Madal.
Badowski puts in another purple lap the rest of this race with a 25.165, which seems right now absolutely unstoppable pace.
Kind of setting the tone for the rest of the race there, I feel.
Yes, I feel like I'm watching Lewis Hamilton in 2017 or 16. 2014 maybe.
You saying the McLaren's a dominant car?
Well, no.
Oh, a little bit wide from Mika Sky there. Schaefer's alongside on the outside. Can he get around? He can.
It's absolutely brilliant from Schaefer.
Yeah, he's holding the inside and you think he's got it done now, yep. There he goes.
Excellent move.
Can he think about trying to close down Badowski?
Oh, Badowski has a 11-second gap now.
Yeah.
So I think he's just broken everyone's heart here.
Yeah, well, Schaefer's got a lot of work to do. But you never know, pit stops.
You never know. Grass? Did somebody say grass?
Yeah. Number one cause of death at this track.
Yes, I believe Schaublum's had a bit of an incident. Actually, he's in the pits. That certainly is a incident. Never a good sign when you're in the pits, sadly. For it means you've missed your box.
I'm guessing that is what's happened, yeah. When the pit window is open, so I don't know whether he was going for an early stop or he had damage. We did see he had damage from earlier from that punt.
Time has been stopped, I would say it's damage.
Yeah.
Well, Badowski, would you like to hit some grass? Spice things up a bit.
Anyway, we've got another M6 to look at. This time it's Javier Eugeni.
Brilliant livery. Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that livery. And he's got Damien right behind him in that Lambo.
Now, you are a bit of a livery connoisseur, Eddie, so what would you rate that out of 10?
I would give that a solid 8.5.
It's coming from the man who ran the Ritz car in his last series in the Honda.
No one actually saw that, though, which is a bit sad.
Oh, that is a bit sad.
Because it wasn't on the live stream, but yeah, I need to whip that one out again at some point. Oh, that's a bit of a slide.
Never really want to have a slide at Paddock Hill Bend. It's quite difficult to do.
That compression can just whip your car the other way as well when it pushes the car into the ground and grips up. Can be a bit scary.
The only thing I'm thankful for at Paddock Hill Bend is gravel on the outside, because if it was grass, it would mean instant death.
A desert of gravel, you could say.
Yes, it is huge.
But it's there for a reason.
Speaking of huge, the Bentley, Mad Al, hitting him some good laps.
A sizable vehicle. Oh, it's really getting close now. Eugenie's got a... Yeah, not defending just yet. But... you can see how close he is.
Now, will Damien make another rash move, or really be patient here?
Well, he's got to be patient, you'd think, but he does look very, very quick.
Very racy.
Although you can be much quicker than the car ahead of this track and still not be able to overtake if you don't get it right. Just due to the nature of the circuit.
Yes, Corollia in the back of Tyrion as well. Still can't find the way through.
Yeah. Tyrion very rarely makes a mistake. From I remember racing against him, both in the Honda actually.
Yes, didn't he beat you in the last lap at Laguna Seca once?
Yeah, he might have done. He
Yes,
might have overtaken me around the outside at the corkscrew.
Absolute Chad overtake. Yes, very consistent driver, and those are the absolute worst drivers to drive against.
Yeah. You feel like you're just throwing everything at them and they're just not cracking.
Yeah, not phased, not budging. It's a sign of a very quality driver, I would say.
Yeah.
You can be the fastest person in the world, but if you crack under a slight bit of pressure, or you don't know how to concentrate on what's ahead of you, you're not a very good driver.
Yeah. So Sjöblom is actually a lap down, but he's looking to unlap himself.
Oh, he has every right to do so.
Yep. He served his pit stop. And especially with Brands, I believe it's the shortest track in the game, right?
Yes, with a 1:26 lap time, yeah. 1:25, yeah.
So a pit stop is a significant percentage of a lap.
This huge amount of lappage.
Yeah.
However, the pit stop length isn't actually huge like it would be at Spa, for example.
The pit lane itself, yeah. It's pretty short. So they're actually closed up towards Miko Sky now. So it could be turning into a three-way battle imminently.
I'd love a good three-way.
No comment.
The less said, the better. Now, Tyrion does have the pace advantage to Miko Sky. However, the longer he gets held up behind, Corollia will want to take advantage of it.
Yeah, he's got to attack and defend at the same time. Yeah.
It's one of the worst positions to be in.
Yeah. Kind of fun though at the same time.
Yes, very interesting challenge. It's the car.
The gaps are just so low everywhere.
There's a good small battles going on. Actually saw Tyrion have to go defensive through Paddock Hill Bend. Must have had not the best run through there.
Yeah.
It's Corollia's right out of the back
like,
again.
Yeah.
You know, Corollia's putting his nose where you wouldn't really want it to be.
I don't know who to watch.
It's all very interesting, actually.
4 cars bunched right up together. Whoa, Sjöblom getting pretty aggressive on the defense there.
I fancy Damien to get something out of this.
Yeah, could be a collision coming up between any of these cars. Eugenie there looking to the inside.
Would we be watching this if it wasn't a reverse grid? It's
Definitely not. He goes for the move. Both
interesting challenges.
Eugenia and Vilk. Oh, and Carolia as well. All get through.
As Matt Shopblom just set a record for the most positions lost in a single corner. Actually, no, I did when I crashed.
Yeah, it's a bit of an issue with that kind of a stat.
I think Matt's is just wanting to do his own race. Let these guys through.
Yeah. Meanwhile, battle for P2.
The P2 is very close.
Oh, it's very bumpy on the exit there. Can easily unsettle the car. I think we just saw that on the Merc. But still hanging in there.
Hawthorne's a very tough corner to get through.
Yeah. This
Very
one's well,
committed
Westfield.
corners. Very, very committed.
Yeah.
Into Sheen curve.
Yeah, completely blind apex there. You have to just guess and hope that you're turning in at the right point.
Yeah. You have to have trust in yourself and both the car. Like I say, it's a rhythm track. If you know your turn-in times and your braking points well, you can drive it on instinct.
Yeah.
Got to say, Paddock Hill is one of the best corners in the planet.
Both to drive and to spectate, I would say. Oh, Tyrion's on the inside. Sky's gone very deep there.
I thought Tyrion was going defensive at first, but now
Yeah,
he's looking on the offensive.
Still the same positions they were.
Curly looking very good out of Surtees.
Oh, and it's side by side into Paddock Hill.
Damien Wilk.
Oh, oh no.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for
That's
Xavier
really
Gini.
unfortunate. It looked to me as though Vilk actually had to slow down. Maybe he was lost a bit of control there, and that just nowhere to go for Carolia.
Yeah, I've got to feel for Xavier there.
And Eugenie off the track. Yeah, that's a real shame. Oh, and Carolia there. Bit wide, maybe.
He's really dropped back, hasn't he?
Yeah, off into the gravel there.
Well, that's Brands Hatch for
What's
you.
all happening?
To get a great view of
That was
the underneath of the track.
Don't look at that. That is not what I was expecting to see. What's happened to Tyrion? He's dropped way back.
Also dropped back, yes, he's had a big incident, it seems.
Oh, and we just caught it there.
Yeah, Tyrion has lost 2 places.
I think a little bit too much curve onto Sheen, and just car bottomed out, it looked like. Not sure if you caught that.
Unfortunate, but that
Yeah,
is Brands Hatch in a nutshell. One
Dropped him
mistake.
behind Schaefer.
Now Curtin's got past Xavier Gini, who I think has boxed. Olivier Curtin not making many inroads for a man of his caliber, I'd say.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a quiet one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Down in P9.
Does have good pace though.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a bit of damage. I'm not sure. Did we see that earlier on?
Yeah, he had an incident at the very beginning of the race, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. That could be affecting him possibly, but it doesn't look too bad from the outside. Oh, that's Carolia right on the back of Sky.
And Carolia drops down the inside.
He's up the inside, he's got to do it, you think. Oh, a bit of contact there. This guy really not giving up.
It's very difficult to keep it tight when you're going in with such high speed.
Yeah. But eventually he has to give up the place. Carolia up to P2.
Very well done from Carolia. Now, if you are Tyrion and you have just dropped it, Do you drive angry, or do
Um,
you drive conservative?
well, if it was me, I would be angry. I
We
can
know,
say
we know how you react, Eddie.
that. But you know, he's still got time. He's definitely got the pace, and well, you can tell he's all over the back of Schaefer already, and he's looking for the move actually.
VTEC
Sends
power.
it. Oh, very close, but beautifully executed.
Yeah, brilliantly done from Tyrion. Driving angry, I'd say.
Yeah, but in a good way. Harnessing the anger.
Yeah. As Schaefer sees the grass. Now,
Mad
my
Owl is up
one
in P4.
complaint. Yeah, brilliantly done by Mado.
Sorry, go on.
My one complaint of Brands Hatch was always there was too much grass.
Right.
Too much bloody grass.
Is it coarse?
How-
Does it get everywhere?
Yeah. But, got to say I've grown to love it. The amount of mistakes
Grass
it
or Brands
induces. Both of them.
Right.
The grass and Brands Hatch.
So what makes you what changed your mind?
That's because I know it's a committed track that if you have to push right up against the limits to find the time, but it puts you at perilous danger.
Yeah.
And if you're driving against other people, there's so many different ways to force them into a mistake, and it is absolutely one of my favorite tracks for forcing people into mistakes, which is one of my favorite ways to overtake.
Yeah, it is very much. You can sit right on someone's bumper and and not necessarily have them move to overtake, but you can definitely put them off, as Chevrolet is hoping to do here, I'm assuming. Looking to get a lap back on Mardell.
And what would you do if you're in Madal's position?
I mean, if it looks as though he's a lot quicker, then the smart thing to do would be to let him through. But at the same time, you don't want him to interfere with your race. He's up in P4, he's having a really good race, so he doesn't want to jeopardize that.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because it'd be a tough decision to make.
Yeah. But ask you just out for a Sunday drive.
Yep, still on the 25s, consistent as anything. He's really enjoying this, obviously.
Yeah, just I think it was about 2 laps and he was already in the lead, or maybe P2, but
Four laps, he was
Yeah.
in the lead.
stormed through the back. 29-second gap, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Well, that's going to take some doing to get that
Some
done.
doing indeed.
Mm.
I think Giorgio Minga has got ahead of Davide Eugenie.
He has indeed.
So has Eugenie pitted?
He has pitted, yes.
Yeah.
That would be why. There he is.
Back out and ready to fight again, the M6.
Yep. Maddow is actually looking to possibly overtake Sky here for P3. Although maybe what he wants to do is just let Shelburne go through and make a gap for him.
It's a tough decision to make.
Yeah.
So Sjoblom isn't actually lapping considerably faster than Madal.
Yeah,
So
I was about to say, it could be that he's not actually that much quicker.
yes, last lap 27.010 for Sjoblom, and it was a 26.907 for Madal. So
McLaren on McLaren battle. Corelli goes through.
I do love an onboard.
Bentley being the only right-hand drive GT3 in the game. which continues to catch me out whenever I drive it.
I hate it. every time. I drive a few laps in the Bentley, switch over to another car, and then I'm driving in the grass.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think, you know, being in the UK, we drive on the right-hand drive. I mean, not on the right. You know what I mean?
Yes, I certainly try my best not to drive on the right-hand side of the road in the UK.
So you'd think we'd kind of know what it was like, but it doesn't really work like that.
It doesn't feel right.
No.
I can't describe it. Mad Al, looking very pacey here, isn't he?
Yeah. He's definitely caught up to Sky.
Now, Mad Al to finish on the podium with the Bentley would be an amazing achievement.
Yeah.
And he's got the pace to do so. However, Dirk Gretschel is catching slowly.
Yeah, you can just see this train in front of him. And he's probably in a good mood looking at that, because he knows that they're going to slow each other down.
It's one of your favourite sights to see, isn't it, when you're racing?
Yeah. You just see like a pack of cars ahead of you, you know they're going to be fighting. Curtin there in the Porsche looking to possibly get past Vilk in the Lamborghini. Really, really close. Battle for P3, final podium spot.
Got to say I fancy Gretschel, but Tyrion is also only 5 seconds behind.
Gretschel actually dropped back slightly that lap. Don't know whether that was a mistake or... Oh, that's very wide, speaking of mistakes. But he's held it. He hasn't lost the position yet.
That's some great corner exit from the Mercedes there.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
It's that big 6.2 V8?
6.2, I believe.
Big old honking.
Big old honking bi-turbo.
Yeah. No, it's naturally aspirated, isn't it?
Is it? No. Surely
No,
not.
because the new AMG engine is the 4-litre bi-turbo.
Ah, okay.
This car
Okay.
still uses the old one.
Well,
If I'm not mistaken.
whenever Eddie thinks something, he is almost always correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a naturally aspirated.
Well, yeah, 6.2 litres and a bi-turbo is kind of
Honker
overkill.
engine. Yeah.
Miko Sky doing a great job of holding on ahead.
Yeah. Sherblum just tagging along behind. He doesn't want to interfere probably with this battle, but he also does want to get past.
Yes, holding up his own race must be quite frustrating for him.
Yeah, that early pit stop doesn't seem to have played out well for him. Oh dear, that's a trip through the gravel.
And yeah, that'll be very frustrating for Miko Sky there.
Yeah,
As Gretschel is probably going to look for a way through as well.
yeah, he needs to
Capitalize.
capitalise on that error there. He's still probably not up to speed. Dirty tyres.
I've got to say well done to Mad Al for keeping his nerve.
Yeah, he's up into P3.
So Miko Sky's just going to get back into his rhythm. Keep a cool head.
Yeah. No, he's actually pulled away a bit from Sherblum there.
Yeah, I think Mad Al just has the better pace.
Yeah. Does sit like that.
Yeah.
Bashir Corollia comes into the pits. I'm seeing. That's the wrong camera, there we go. So Curtin's actually pitted as well, I didn't notice that until now.
Well, aren't we just the best commentators?
Well, yes. So it could be that he's actually further ahead than we think.
That is true, yes, he's in P8 and has pitted.
Although he still hasn't got past Damien.
His gap to the leader is 57 seconds.
Yeah, that's... Well, with a pit stop actually, it's
Yeah, it's not bad.
not bad at all. Still all kinds of pressure from Gretschel in the Aston. Tyrion as well, there you can see, oh, that's a little bit wide out of 30s there for Sky.
Big oversteer.
And he looks like it's going to cost him. No,
No, he commits to the corner.
Manages to stay ahead. Yeah, I think in that situation you've just got to commit to the corner, haven't you?
Yeah. Remember the Aston Martin's issue is it's the corner exit. It's very lopey, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to maintain the speed in that car. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's having a good time with this car at the moment.
Certainly does not look comfortable now.
Very squirrely on a lot of the exits. Oh, and Gretschel
goes in. Wise decision.
Yeah. I was about to say the same.
However, it entirely depends on where you come out.
Yeah, although only 13 cars left in the race now, so...
Yeah, it's a race of attrition.
Yeah, you would think that you've got a good chance of coming out in clean air. So few cars.
Yes, but it's a short track.
Yeah, it is. I would like to see
an endurance race.
A bit of a race on the Indy track, actually.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what would the lap times be there? Within the realms of like under 40
seconds. Yeah. I think if you stuck like 40 cars on that, that'd be a bit of a laugh.
It certainly would be a laugh. However,
I mean,
I don't think that would be excellent. What is the Indy track used for mostly? Is it like Formula Ford?
BTCC still does races there, I think.
I can't quite believe that. It's
yeah,
quite amazing.
well, at the same time, you kind of... It's a very BTCC move, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
And Nico Sky pits.
Okay, so Tyrion has a good clean air ahead of him to make some inroads on Madal.
It does.
He is looking about 7 seconds behind on the track.
He's continuing his recovery drive.
However, Madal's pace is just coming on leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
It's getting better and better.
6 seconds at the last time in line.
Usa Makarolia's pace is stabilised, a few tenths behind Marko Badowski.
Yeah. Can't help but think it's just too late for that, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It'll be interesting to see Dirk Gretschel's pace now that he's left the pits. I'll be keeping an eye on that.
Yeah. From watching the last race, it's probably fair to assume that no one's going to change tyres.
I believe Curtin might be in the back of Damien.
Yeah, he is.
So an important move for Curtin's race.
Oh, and Damien does.
Damien has really helped him.
As you say that. Yeah, that's definitely going to have helped him out. So he's pitted. He's the highest placed car to have done his pit stop. So he's just got to run his race now. Emil Sjöblom's still on the back of Madal. Could be just waiting for him to pit. Or maybe he's just in his rhythm and happy to sit behind.
Yes, I mean, if he's matching his pace and he's comfortable there, then...
A lot of grass there.
Yeah, why not stay behind? However, when you're running close to cars here, It's a difficult track to spot your apexes, even in the
Yeah.
best times. You got no one ahead of you.
Definitely. Yeah, the GP loop especially, it's just such a, you have to be so committed.
Such high speed, blind corners with
Yeah,
so narrow.
yeah, it's really easy to just put one wheel on the grass on the exit and
It's game over.
Yeah. Coming
A
off
front
the
wheel in the
traffic.
grass.
Yeah, sorry.
Front wheel in the grass usually doesn't spell the end of things if you've still got the other few on the grey bit. A lot of the times, if you get that rear wheel in the grass and you spin up the rears, it can result in some nasty crashes.
Yeah, I find coming out of Sheen on the exit, you put a wheel on the grass there, it's very easy to, because it will just keep dragging you in.
Yeah.
You have to be really gentle on the steering and everything.
And like I've been saying, Mad Al is going like a fine wine. He's getting better with each lap. Well,
Yeah.
does wine improve by the lap? I don't actually know. I'm not really a wine connoisseur.
Depends how long the lap is, I suppose.
No, that's a good point.
Ah, this is a fight for position. Eugenie and Sherburne. He's looking to the outside. Don't think he's going to do it that way.
Happy to hold the inside.
Oh, he's done a really good job there.
But will he send it into Druids?
Yeah, he's clear.
Excellent move.
Don't often see that move, do you? Round the outside of paddock.
It's always a corner that I prefer to defend from the inside.
Yeah.
Attacking from the outside, it leaves you very vulnerable. You have to make sure you trust the driver on the inside of you.
Yeah, especially, I mean, on the outside it kind of drops away from you as well. Like,
yeah.
It's very easy to go in the gravel. So P9 for Sjöblom at the moment. Next car ahead of him position is Vilk. 15 seconds, that's a pretty big gap.
It looks like Matt Sjöblom should be in the back of Eugenie, however. Be interesting to see if Eugenie can pull ahead.
If
He's gone past.
on the back of him, you mean 16 seconds behind?
Apologies. No, Xavier Eugenie should be in the back of Emil Sjöblom.
He's just overtaken him though, hasn't he?
Go back.
I think you'll find.
I think you'll find my
Sjöblom's
Pitbull
just overtaken.
live. It's not doing you well here.
Oh, you can never trust Pitbull.
Well, Eugenie's done a good job to gap Sjöblom.
Yeah, certainly has. Curtin's actually ahead of Tyrion now.
Yes, Tyrion has pitted. So Curtin.
He pitted.
Yes.
Well, he hasn't served his mandatory stop according to the game.
Well, oh dear, Tyrion must have had an off because his last lap was a 1:39.855.
Oh dear. Yeah, unless he pitted and didn't add any fuel, but I don't know.
It happens sometimes. It's happened to me.
It's happened to me as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit. Yeah, I actually don't know. It doesn't look damaged.
No, but it's very easy to have a spin.
Yeah.
Oh, that works well for Curtin, but he's got a lot of time to make up on Madal in a very small amount of time, half an hour.
Hmm. Yeah, Curtin's looking good actually. He must be in a net podium position, right?
I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah. 26 minutes left on the pit window, so still plenty of time to pit.
Yes, has Madal taken his mandatory pit stop?
No, he's not.
No, so Curtin is in a net podium position for sure.
Yeah.
Good recovery by Curtin.
Madal's only 11 seconds behind Carolia. So does that mean Curtin will be P2?
It's looking like it, yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, the early pit stop working out well for Olivia Curtin. Miko Sky taking many trips into the grass.
Yeah. I will be interested to see if any drive-throughs pop up during this race.
It's a strange one. Sometimes brands can give you track warnings.
Yeah, I find it's coming out of Graham Hill Bend on the exit there where there's that netting.
Yes.
That's an easy one to get a penalty. Curtin is in the pits now. That's not what I was expecting.
I had thought that Curtin had served his pit stop. Maybe he's underfueled.
I think what's happened is that he came into repair.
Yeah.
I guess early on.
And now he's taking a pit stop.
Yeah, because he couldn't get to the end. Well, that's a bit of a shame, actually. Although his car still looks damaged, so I don't know. Weird one.
Weird one indeed, but it's very difficult to sort out your pit stops while you're, driving wheel to wheel on a very demanding track that gives you no points to stop and think.
Possibly a bungled pit stop.
Yeah, it's not like Paul Ricard where you have time to.
That's an exact repeat of what we saw earlier.
Yes, and I think that might be the third time Tyrion has done that today.
Oh, that's a real shame. Into the barrier as well, a bit of front end damage. Got to be careful on the curves in the Honda.
Yes, the Honda's it's a tough one, isn't it? It's the same with a lot of the mid-engine cars. They just they can be.
It's good up to a point, but if you push it too hard, then it will just bottom out, and you'll get that classic ACC spin.
Yeah.
He's coming to the pits as well, although he still had his pit stop to serve.
So hopefully we'll be repairing some damage, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking better and better. Madal could actually grab a podium.
He's still got Seoblin right behind him.
Yes.
Interesting timing.
Interesting line from Seoblin, but I would say that is suboptimal.
Not the fastest line I've ever seen through that corner.
No, usually the asphalt grade bit has a lot more grip than the gravel.
I've been told that.
Yeah.
Glorious sounding V8 in the Lexus.
Well, Curtin has managed to get ahead of Tyrion thanks to Tyrion's exploits onto the grass and barriers.
Yeah, I was thinking that might happen.
Got a long way to go to get to the next car, which is Damien.
Yeah, well, I think I just saw him there in the distance. Or maybe that was a lapped car, I'm not sure, but... Yeah, no, that is a lapped car. Lots of work to do. Someone without lots of work to do.
I believe Carolia has taken his pit stop.
Yes, he has. He's retained P3 as well. Or he's dropped P3, I should say.
And look at Badowski's lap times, they're disgusting.
Yeah.
He's absolutely on fire today.
Yeah. Cruising.
As he passes through the pole sitter. Well, Eddie, what kind of role did the reverse grid have on the race today?
Well, oh, that's
Some interesting
having
lines.
a lot of trouble with that corner for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the reverse grid is really. I mean, it definitely spiced up the first 20 minutes. Some really good battles, and the start as well. That was really good to watch. But yeah, I mean, ultimately the quickest drivers always find a way through, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
But I still think it's worthwhile.
Me too. I would really, really love to see it again going forward.
Yeah.
Brands Hatch, one of the most difficult tracks to attempt this for the first time. Well, Damien Wilk is only looking about 5 seconds off Nico Sky. Wonder what he can do towards the end of the race.
Yeah, good pace actually. 25.9 last lap. Very respectable.
I believe Tyrion is coming up to the back of Emil Sjoblom, who is on the back of Mad Al, if I'm correct.
Tyrion, he certainly is, yes. After that pit stop.
So that'd be very frustrating for him to try and overtake Sjoblom, who is riding behind Mad Al.
I think he's got the pace to do it, but I don't know. That doesn't necessarily mean that the overtake is on.
No, but I think that's the closest battle we're going to have at this point in the race.
Yeah.
As Marko Podolski now has a 56-second gap, he can take the pit for fastest lap and probably still win the race.
56 seconds. Bloody hell.
Quite remarkable.
I don't know when this happened, but we seem to have lost Martin Schaefer. Do you have any info on that?
I do not have any information on that, I'm sorry.
I didn't think you would, no. Yeah, we lost a few drivers actually. We lost Plate, I think, very early on. I'm not sure what that was about. Possibly a technical issue. Already completed 39 laps. Pretty impressive. Still 22, just under 23 minutes left to go. And Badowski is really walking away with it.
Want Podolski your chance to shine. Please crash. Give Mad Al a win.
Well, I mean, that would be the popular,
very popular
decision, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sadly Podolski fully deserves the huge lead he has.
Yeah. This could get interesting. Lap traffic to negotiate for Mardell. Has Tyrion closed up on him significantly? I don't think he has. He's there, but he's not. He's not flying through. He's not brought down the gap significantly.
Yeah, Emil Sjoblom's last lap, 25.94, which is his personal best lap by a good margin. Running up the pace on a Lexus that probably has very unfortunate looking tires.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lexus not one to treat its tyres very nicely. And this is the sight that he's had for the entire race, I would guess.
Yes. Thing is, Madel's pace has been relentless. Still improving. His personal best lap was last lap. Damien Wilk in the back of Miko Sky.
Yeah. Sky is up to P5. Started, I think, P3 or 4. So he's held on pretty well, actually. Interestingly, it's still, even with an hour of cars lapping the track, it's still a fast track. Can't say I've really seen that before.
I've never seen that before, and that must be really tough for the drivers to negotiate.
Yeah. Additional tyre wear, slidey surface.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I feel very bad for the drivers here.
I feel sick. And Tyrion is right on the back of Sjöblom now.
Oh, Tyrion, mistake prone today. We've just been wanting to pick up a few positions to finish the race.
Oh, a little bit wide there through Sheen for Sjöblom. Does it give him an opportunity? Not really, but definitely put him on the back foot.
Clearway is a very tough corner to negotiate. Slightly off camber, pushes you off wide. Tyrion's going to go for it in Paddock Hill. Pulls out, slots back in.
Yeah, trying to salvage something from this race.
Druids is actually quite a good overtaking opportunity.
Yeah, very easy to lock a right front though.
Yes. If you flat spot,
it can be a bit
very
embarrassing
not good.
trying to overtake someone when you just slide straight into their car.
Lexus seem to be getting a good exit off of Surtees into the Pilgrim's drop. Honda with good power, but Lexus does too.
Seems like whenever there's a battle, there's always another one at the same time.
Yes. It's be interesting to see what Damien Moat can do.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this battle.
Yeah, Damien Wilk, a big fan of the Lamborghini, isn't he?
Yeah. I
It's
can't remember the last time I saw him driving anything else, to be honest.
It's probably the best thing to do, though.
Yeah.
If you like the car and you're comfortable in it, you might as well just learn it.
Yeah.
Back to front. Matt Al's just holding his line, unfazed.
Sjöblom's actually maybe looking at an overtake on Mad Al. Oh, Tyrion sent it up the inside.
Oh, that's just an absolutely astounding send from Tyrion. That is
brilliant.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Managed to get it completely clear on the exit as well.
Yes, just
and now
super
he's
clean, and he's got the exit on Mad Al. Is he going to go for it? Into Surtees.
Done it.
That's brilliant, and Mad Al now has Sjöblom on his back end. Oh, Tyrion just with a brilliant send, and then taking the opportunistic move on Mad Al from a mistake. Fair play.
Worked out nice for him. Back to this battle. Looks like Vilk has dropped back a little bit.
Yeah, Wilk and Sky with very similar looking pace at this point of the race.
Yeah. Oh, getting a bit squirrely on the exit there in the murk.
Yeah, I think that's where Damien Wilk's going to have to make the move.
Yeah. Speaking of the move, he's always cutting it very tight there.
That's brilliantly done from Wilk. But the Mercedes power
Not done though.
through the Pilgrim's drop. Will Wilk hang it out the outside? Oh, he attempts it. It's touch to contact.
Yeah, it's not clean.
I would say it's clean enough. I think he warrants that overtake.
I think
Eddie clearly not agreeing.
I think there was a bit of nose chopping off there.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, you.
I think Wilk committed to the corner, but I think there's a touch of understeer from there. Yes,
Definite contact, but yeah.
Probably one for the stewards to decide there.
Yeah. If I was Nico Sky, I don't think I'd be very happy with that, but
I also wouldn't be too happy, and yeah. It's because without the contact, Sky probably would have been able to hold it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're on the inside as well. You've got, you've got control of the corner, supposedly. But they both carry on. No one died.
Well, at least nobody died.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Mad else, still in P2. Still got to do his pit stop, but I think he'll. Could he still get a podium? I don't know.
I don't think so at this stage of the race, but I think Madow's done a brilliant job nonetheless.
Yeah, really solid drive.
Just flawless, no mistakes, keeping his own pace consistent, and that's really all you can ask for when you don't have but the car really to compete with other people.
Yeah.
Or with the leaders of the race, I should say.
It's another McLaren on McLaren battle.
Yeah, Basia Carolio won't be want to get past soon.
Yeah. Similar colours, actually, I have to say. Oh, and there you go.
Probably it is through.
I can only guess that's a Swedish flag colour scheme.
I would guess so. As a resident Swede.
Yeah.
Got to say, I'm a big fan of blue and yellow. Great colour combination.
Mm. Yeah, it really pops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So Corolla, he's sitting in P3. He's kind of... No one really near him, is there? For position.
Yeah, I would say so, not, no.
It's a
Big slide.
bit of a drift there.
It's one of the hallmarks of a McLaren.
Yeah, the old infinite slide. I always find it interesting looking at this, how the number is also printed on the inside of the bumper.
That's quite impressive, that.
Yeah.
It's like, I wonder when the...
Just in case you're looking from from this view when you're racing. You need to know the car number.
Well, as livery connoisseurs, Eddie, we usually put messages on this camera, don't we?
Little Easter eggs, yeah.
I'd say it's a very beautiful rear wing, the Bentley.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? And Badowski's in the pit lane from the lead of the race.
It'll be very interesting. He comes out and having sped in the pit lane here, but I don't think he would have made that mistake. Oh,
No.
a man can dream.
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry, Marco, if you think we've got something against you.
Yeah, no.
Your pace has just been utterly dominant today. We just commend you for that. Shades of Radek Schiller, I would say, today. One of our resident aliens.
Yeah.
Now, Madhouse's going into the last 5 minutes for the pit window. He'll be pitting shortly. Be interested to see where he comes out.
Yeah. So Corollia, I'm not sure how far behind Corollia is. Where is he? Guys, quite a long way behind. And Gretschel is 20 seconds behind Corollia, so it could be P3.
Yes, looks like Corollia might be 40 seconds behind or so.
Yeah. So it could well be a podium.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Yeah. And I'm guessing Curtin's just got past Nico Sky, although he might have... Yeah, no, it must
Yes, he has. Yes, we've just missed it. It's quite unfortunate.
It's a P6 for Olivier Curtin. Decent result, but I probably wanted a bit more than that.
Yes, Curtin having won the last round with an excellent drive.
Yeah. Although obviously that did put him at the back of the field for this race.
Yes, but who else is at the back of the field? Marco Bedowski.
Yeah.
He navigated his way through. I think what I like about the reverse grids is that a driver who can navigate their way through the field is usually of higher quality, if you've just got to say.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's just racecraft and experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very important, and it's a huge part of racing, which is why I like to see it.
Yeah. Although there is a bit of luck involved, so we'll say.
Yeah, so
Sometimes
obviously
it doesn't go your way.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happened to Curtin today. It would have been interesting to see Plate and Justin Madley be involved today.
Yeah, definitely.
They would have had very strong pace.
Hopefully they'll be back for the next round.
The next round, which will be at Zolder, which is one of the greatest tracks in the history of tracks, maybe ever.
I have to agree with you.
Yes, you are a true track connoisseur already.
Zolder Endurance when?
Yes, Zolder Endurance when? Yeah, Zolder and Brand's two of my absolute favourite tracks, I've got to say.
Yeah, they're quite similar in character, I suppose.
Yeah, so you've got the elevation change, the narrowness, but it's got every kind of corner you can ask for, really.
Yeah.
The only thing missing from Brand's hatch is a Sendy chicane, isn't it, Eddie?
Yes.
And you love them.
I like nothing more than a Yeti chicane.
I know we've discussed this before, but what makes Zolder such a good track? It's obviously splits opinions a huge amount.
Yeah. Well, it's actually quite a varied track, I think, because Sector 1 is all it's kind of medium speed, aero corners. Sector 2 is that, well, the chicane.
Dancing on the throttle, yeah. Being committed.
Yeah. And then you've got that very tight Villeneuve chicane.
Yeah, You've got the hairpins, the traction zones in Sector 3 as well, the heavy braking zones.
Yeah, yeah.
Really favours a driver who's late on the brakes and good in the trailing.
Again, not really one for overtaking. But it is still really fun, I think, especially, you know, in races you're right up behind someone, you're just trying to put them off, trying to get them to make a mistake.
I mean, yeah, you say that, not good for racing, but mistake generation is what caused this race to be interesting today, with lots of drivers
Lots of
losing
mistakes.
concentration.
Yeah.
And that is part of racing, as much as going wheel to wheel is racing itself, but keeping it on the track is also racing, and Madal takes his pit. So where does he come out?
Let's follow him and find out.
You would got to say it's imperative that he gets a good clean pit stop here.
Yeah.
It's so important because you can gain 3/10 on a driver ahead for 4 laps, and you can drop that all within one bad pit stop.
Yeah, you can easily lose.
If not more, yeah.
Easily lose 5 seconds.
Yeah, which is incredibly frustrating when you've been driving well and you're catching a driver ahead. Okay, so Corollia moves into P2, and Mad Owl looks like it's going to come out in P3.
Yeah, there
Dark
you go.
Gretchel is nowhere to be seen, and that will be very good for Mad Owl looking in his reviews.
Yeah. You'll be relieved.
Clean air.
And there you go, pit windows closed. Just managed to sneak it in right at the end.
Well, I'm going to give, prematurely, I'm going to curse Mad Owl and give him my driver of the day. My DHL driver of the day.
Is it DHL?
I don't actually know at this point, Ed.
The SimSock driver of the day.
Yes, the SimSock Skittles fastest lap pro esports driver of the day.
Yeah.
Brought to
Well
you by
said.
SimSocks. Another person who's had a great race today, Damien Wilk.
Yeah, P5.
P5,
Really good
great
job.
result for him. With good pace as well. I mean, his last lap was a 25.9, and Badowski is starting to fall off a bit with a 25.7. So, again, Damien Wilk only 2/10 off the fastest driver last lap.
Yeah. Best
Very
time was
impressive.
25.5, so only half a second off.
And I wouldn't.
Best time.
I also wouldn't say that this track particularly suits a Lamborghini. It's a very, it's a very difficult car at best of times. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's not good over the bumps, from what I remember. And you will find a lot of bumps at Brands.
Yes. However, a car that is very, very terrible over the bumps, Ferrari, is absolutely rapid at Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
Sad to see that there was no Ferrari to be taken today.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Are there any Ferraris in this league at all?
I believe Peter Vargo is in a Ferrari.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, he's not here either today.
Sad to see, but happens, you know.
Yeah. Not everyone's available for every race.
Guess it's a good thing about sim racing. You're not wasting hundreds of thousands of pounds by not turning up to a weekend.
Yeah.
Or actually, yeah. Probably costs more to run in a race, to be honest. Well, have we got anything shaping up going into the last few minutes of this race? Tyrion is not far off Miko Sky, actually. And Miko Sky's had a really poor last lap.
Oh, you're right, yeah. I forgot about that.
So I think this is the only fight we'll get between now and the race finish.
Yeah. Tyrion, he's, well, possibly still driving angry from earlier.
Yeah, it's a long time to drive angry. He's putting a good few moves today, though.
Yeah, oh, that's an opportunity.
And Sky is on the grass, and Tyrion is through. Well done, Tyrion.
No hesitation there.
Again, Tyrion will be frustrated with this race. As I don't think Tyrion was involved in the first round, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, so that'd be quite frustrating for him, as he'd have liked to make that his drop round, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, bit of an off there for Nico Sky.
Yeah, Nico Sky's been struggling all day, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You're happy, Bunny.
The Merc is it's a tricky one to pin down.
Yeah, it's a car that I'd definitely shy away from if you're a beginner driver.
Yeah,
It can be an absolute handful.
I've driven it before in A League, not multiple.
Yeah.
And it was quick, but difficult to set up, difficult to drive consistently.
However, there is bags of potential in it, but what is potential if you can't reach it?
Yeah, if you can't harness it.
I think I mentioned this in one of the driver interviews, that the Mercedes is just very finicky to set up because it's got the front splitter, which no other car apart from the Porsche has. And a Porsche, another one of the cars where you would absolutely want to shy away from it unless you're committed to driving the Porsche and Porsche only. So you get to learn it inside out. Such a difficult car to set up.
Well, here's your leader.
Absolutely cruising now, Eddie, if you want to say. Last lap, 127.357.
Yeah, dominant performance.
Well, what do you rate his livery?
Well, I mean...
Shades of Iron Brew. I like the German flags on the end plates.
Yeah. I've just realised I was looking at the wrong screen and I haven't got his livery installed.
Oh, Eddie.
I was thinking, oh, it's an in-game livery. No, it's not an in-game livery. No, I like it actually, yeah. It's very nice.
Yes, as it goes through Pilgrim's Drop. Oh,
yeah.
Apologies, wrong corner.
Well, yeah. Is it clear view?
Yeah, it's clear ways.
Clear ways.
And Marco Badowski. Checkered flag. Absolutely brilliant race by Badowski.
P1, fastest lap. And Carolia, is that at the actual gap?
Ah, yes, it is, yes. 65 seconds it was.
Yeah. That is pretty incredible.
Yes, just highlights how dominant Marco was today.
Yeah. So Vilk and Curtin crossed the line, P5, P6. Pretty solid from them. Tyrion, P7. And Madel just only 9 seconds behind, P2.
Madel, absolutely brilliant race driver today, 100%. I love to see drives like that.
Yeah.
Where a driver doesn't put a foot wrong, just does his own thing for the time that he needs to do it for. It's a long time, an hour and a half at Brands Hatch to stay concentrated, keep the tyres in the right window.
Yeah. Carolia takes P2. And
yeah, good race from Carolia.
Comes through to take the final podium place.
Is that a podium? So that was meant to be an Australian accent.
Right. Holy mac and cheese balls. Is that what he says?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dirk Gretschel, good comeback for Dirk Gretschel.
Yeah, P4.
And Damien Wilk, P5, excellent race from Damien.
Well, there you go. That was Brands Hatch.
That certainly was Brands Hatch. It was exactly what I was expecting. Lots of grass, which was like my first sentence today.
A typical Brands Hatch.
Typical Brands Hatch. So, would you like to go through our race results, Eddie?
Well, yeah, now that you've said that. P1, we've got Marco Badowski with the fastest lap. Second, Usama Carolia. Third, Madel. Fourth, Dirk Gretschel. Fifth, Damien Vilk. Sixth, Olivier Curtin. Seventh, RWB Tyrion. Eighth, Emil Sjöblom. No, 8th is Miko Sky, sorry. 9th, Emil Sjöblom. 10th, Xavier Eugenie. 11th, Bashir Carolia. 12th, Matt Sjöblom. 13th, Giorgio Minga. And 14th, no, he was the last finisher, yeah. 3 DNFs, it looks like.
It's in a DNS as well from Emma Plate.
Yeah. Did he start the race, or was he just not in it at all?
I don't believe he managed to actually start the race today.
Oh.
Just quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, on to Zolder next, which is one of our personal favourite tracks.
Yeah.
In good old
Also-
where, Eddie?
Good old Belgium.
Good old Belgium, which looks exactly like France if you've ever played GeoGuessr. Sorry for that detail.
Well, I mean, it depends what part of Belgium you're in.
Well,
You can
it's the
look like
French
the
side of
Netherlands as well.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good point, good point. Well, on to Zolder
Anyway.
you go.
On that note.
Do you want to round us off, Eddie?
Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. That was the 2022 GT EuroLeague. Tune in next week for Zolder. I think it'll be a cracking race.
It will be an absolute banger.
Yeah, yeet those chicanes.